On behalf of VB, it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you here today in the new office of VB. As VB is an expert in total greenhouse projects and climate solutions to grow, I did not expect anything else than a warm welcome. It looks like they have built their own greenhouse on top of their new office. Let's find Edward and ask him all about this greenhouse building.
Ilse, welcome at VB.
Well, thank you, Edward. I'm deeply impressed by this beautiful building. Could you tell me more about it?
This is our new home. We have designed and developed this building as a result of our growth in the past few years. VB has been growing and we needed more space. So if you have the chance to build at this very special location in the Westlands, you must utilize all of what is available to you. And we wanted to keep our values of having a sustainable, energy-neutral building in the front. And that's how we came here.
Could you tell us more about the history of the company?
VB is founded in 1966 by my father and my uncle, originally as a heating installation company, and later on they acquired a greenhouse construction company.
And now, in 2020, what are your primary activities?
At the moment we are active in 3 different areas. The first one is complete greenhouse projects, our own greenhouses in combination with our own climate systems combined with other technology to provide complete growing solutions. The second area is our climate department, by which we feed our own greenhouses but also greenhouses from others in the Dutch market and in the international market, could also be under plastic. And the third division is our energy area, under which we have our geothermal division. That's quite a large area in which we're active. We have connected 17 geothermal wells in the Dutch market to greenhouse areas, and we believe that that has high potential for further growth.
You just told us about your international activities. In which countries are you active today?
Our main market is the North American market. At this moment we are active at 6 different locations in the United States, also in Mexico in 2 areas, and we have a focus on the complete continent. But that's a little bit too narrow, so we focus also on other areas, for instance China, Russia and the Western European region. In the Eastern European region we have a representative who is active for us in that area.
And why did you choose this location for your new office here in Westland?
First of all, we've always been located in this area, and when we decided to move we were looking for a new spot specifically in this region. I believe this is the center of horticultural knowledge, high-end solutions. We are surrounded by our clients, our suppliers. Also all of our employees are of course, they are living here, and we wanted to be close to them and be the home for all of what we can offer.
Well, at this moment we are in, as I call it, the greenhouse area of your new office. Could you tell me more about the purpose of this area?
The purpose of this area is that we would like to connect not only with our own employees but also with others around us, and that's for instance our clients, our suppliers, but it could also be schools or other organizations with a general purpose. We would like to connect with them and to center that around the purpose of VB. So make sure that we can be under the hopeful future circumstances that we can meet each other again in a shorter distance, be the area by which people are attracted, and that we can develop new sustainable ideas. We think it's important to show what you can provide, so we have applied a couple of new technologies within this building. We are in a greenhouse, it's an office covered by glass, and that gives a complete different dynamic. For instance, sun, heat, cold are elements that our clients also have to cope with, and we have developed some new technologies to cope with all of these challenges. We see climate change continuation, that means more extremes. Also this summer we've had quite high temperatures for Dutch standards here in Naaldwijk, and we were able to reduce the temperature within our own greenhouse by 8 degrees opposed to the outside temperature, which is more comfortable than being in the middle of the heat.
How does VB feel about the climate change?
It's a very important topic. I think not only in the field of energy but also in the field of water. We all need to be aware that horticulture consumes enormous volumes of heat, energy and water, and we need to be very careful with those sources. So what we would like to do is have a big eye when we have development for a new project. How can we use waste heat? How can we use geothermal heat? How can we store heat? how can we generate cooling or cold with minimal resources. Next to that also the water balance and footprint in greenhouse areas are becoming more and more important. We have a lot of knowledge and we are able to control the conditions under a covered area, and that is a big difference between the outside field grown produce that is quite vulnerable not only for the climate change but also, for instance, for diseases. And within a greenhouse environment we are able to control of these elements and provide the market with safe, sustainable solutions for food and flower production.
Well, I completely understand your payoff now, sustainable together. I'm very curious how sustainability is implemented in this building. Could you tell me more about that?
I think it's good that you explore it yourself, so feel free to walk around and perhaps you run into Marco who can tell you all about it.
Thank you. Hi Marco.
Hi Ilse.
Well, at VB you're responsible for climate. How did you manage to make this building energy neutral?
First of all, we don't have a gas connection to this building. We do everything with electricity. We have 3 heat pumps running who supply cold temperatures during the summer period and warm temperatures during the winter period. The power for the heat pumps will be supplied by solar panels. We have 390 solar panels on the roof. In total, they supply 120,000 kilowatts of electricity per year. So we run everything by electricity and we don't use any gas. So the complete building is uses zero energy because everything we use is supplied by the solar panels.
Well, at this moment we're on the roof of your office, the highest level of sustainability. Do you provide these innovative solutions also in your projects?
Yeah, some of us is also used in projects. This is the greenhouse here. Is the ventilation system is controlled by CO2 levels and by temperature levels in the greenhouse. So the amount of air we blow into the building is controlled by temperature or CO2. So when the CO2 level rises because there are a lot of people in the building, we blow in more air, and when there are no people in the building, we don't ventilate at all. And the same counts for temperature-wise. If the temperatures goes up, we use also more air than when the temperatures go down. So in cold periods, we don't ventilate a lot, and that saves a lot of energy. We can use these technologies in other projects all over the world. We built a greenhouse in Siberia with outdoor temperatures of minus 42. And we are now building a greenhouse in Dubai with outdoor temperatures of plus 42. So the differences are quite big. Here in the Netherlands, differences are not that big between summer and winter periods, but we can use our systems to learn and to see what we can use in other projects.
So with your greenhouse projects and climate systems, you can provide high quality food for everyone around the globe.
We built greenhouses and climate installations in all weather conditions and supply the best inside temperatures under all those conditions with the use of minimum fossil fuels. In that way we invest in a sustainable future for our children.
From my point of view, VB is a sustainable and reliable partner when it comes to total greenhouse projects, with an eye for our planet and our children. Together we can and will feed the world with high quality food.